Hey everyone, I just wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about follow-up and what that might look like. I think that this is the most important part when you're getting started with Plexus and helping others that maybe got started with you. And so just a little bit about my background. It is in nursing. I was an ICU nurse for about 6 years and went back to school, and I'm a nurse practitioner now in endocrinology. I love my job in the clinic, but I have been with Plexus for 6 years and I have been able to help some amazing people feel their best. And so I just want to talk with you guys a little bit about why follow-up is important and why it is not bugging them. This is what we do to help people feel better and do the best on the products that they have and help them make tweaks and things like that. It's something new to them and they're learning as well. So my system kind of starts, I enroll most of my people and help them order over the phone. I think this is so important because you can tell them a little bit about the perk points and about the wholesale account and all the benefits that are there. But after I do that and I get off the phone with them, I typically say, I'm going to send you a short little video that just goes through what to expect as you get started on Plexus. It's about 5 minutes. And then I'm also going to send you some more details about those perk points that we talked about. And so I have a little message that I send to them right away, and I have these all saved in my notes. So it's quick and easy access, and I'll share them in the comments below. But after I do that, then I will write their name in my planner for that day and what they ordered. And then I count out 4 more days. And then I put a number 1. And then every 7 days or every week after that, I put 2, 3, 4, okay, for my check-ins. So important to follow up with them on a weekly basis that first month. So that first check-in is gonna be pretty simple. It's gonna be something like, hey, Allison, did you get your products? And they might say, no, I haven't got them yet. And you can just say, hey, no worries, it should be there soon. But I wanted to make sure to send you a little guide on how to get started with the products you ordered. And then there's all those great getting started guides that you can send them one of those. And I usually say, I'm not sure how you are at drinking water, but that is so important when you get started because you want your body to be getting rid of those toxins as you start these products. And so we recommend that you drink half your body weight in ounces of water. There's some really great graphics out there that have some extra tips on how to get more water in and things like that. And so that's one of the things that I do at my first check-in. Say they already have their products and maybe they've tried it, you can ask them how they like the flavor of the Slim. Or maybe give them some advanced like troubleshooting tips if they have like the Hunger Control Slim, because we all know that sometimes it can sometimes clump if you mix it in cold water. And so sometimes I'll say something along the lines of, hey, and I'm not sure if this has happened to you when you mix up your Slim, but one thing I found that works really well for me to mix up my Slim is to mix it in room temp water and sometimes add a blender ball. If you like ice, you can add that after you have it mixed up, and that helps prevent the clumping. And so just kind of give them little tips along the way. We want to add value. And so that next check-in, say everything's going well. So check in a week later. You're going to say something along the lines of, hey, I am just checking in on you and I want to see how the routine is going. Do you feel like you're getting your products in every day? And it's important to ask that versus how are you doing or how are you feeling, because it sets that expectation that they maybe should be feeling something or doing way better. But if you put it in the context of how's the routine going, how are you getting the products in every day, usually they're going to tell you if they're having better energy or better sleep or noticing something anyways. And so I always phrase it that way, and they might say, yep, everything's going good. And that's not where you stop. You're going to say, I would just want to make sure that things are going well. How often are you pooping? Are you pooping at least 1 to 3 times a day? How much water in ounces are you drinking daily? And so they might say, oh, I'm pooping every other day and I'm drinking about 50 ounces of water, so I'm doing really good, okay? And so this is an opportunity to give them some more teaching. And you can maybe suggest, hey, it's best when you are drinking half your body weight in ounces of water, because again, it's going to help you get rid of those toxins as you're starting these products, because it's getting rid of that junk and you want to make sure that that gets out of your body so you're not reabsorbing that. So sometimes I'll go in and talk about detox or toxins a little bit and how we get rid of those. It's by pooping, peeing, and sweat. And so I say that those are some of the most important things. And so at this point, say they order the triplex and they're pooping every other day. Maybe you have them increase their BioCleanse by one more and continue on that way. And then you might check them in and like schedule them in for another follow-up in like 3 days and just make sure that their routine is going better. And maybe you're going to have to increase the BioCleanse again if their constipation is a struggle for them. And so then things are going well. You do that third check-in. A lot of times at this point, I will check in and say something along the lines of, hey, at this point, I had noticed some more sugar cravings. I'm not sure if you're experiencing anything like that, but I just wanted to make sure and see how things were going. And this is a great point where you can bring up, you know, maybe some of the things that you were troubleshooting before, like, hey, how did those tips go that I suggested on getting more water in, you know, and so you can follow up with some of those things, and maybe they're still struggling to like get their slim in, and so giving them suggestions like setting alarms or having a slim in their purse or at work or in their vehicle or something like that, or maybe simplifying their regimen and so that they are taking their ProBio and BioCleanse together at bedtime or something like that, okay? And so maybe they come back and they say, oh my gosh, yes, I am having more sugar cravings. And this is a great opportunity to say something along the lines of, you know, one thing that I found that helped me is when I increased my ProBio 5, because it's getting rid of that yeast and overgrowth that causes those sugar cravings. So why don't we pop your ProBio 5 up by 1? Okay, so that's one thing you can do. You know, you're still going to be encouraging and checking in to make sure they're pooping and drinking their water, okay? This is so important, especially if they are having some detox or die-off symptoms, okay? And then around that week 3 to 4-ish, if you do it just like I had said and you're not late, that should give you a few days before their subscription would go through, depending on kind of when they ordered. Noting that if they ordered on the 31st and their subscription, the last date is the 28th of the month. So you have to be careful there. So I typically do that like third check-in, around the 3rd to 4th check-in. I will say, hey, I know things have been going really, really well, or we've been making some adjustments, but I want to check in and make sure that we get your order all set to go, so that we have all the products that you're going to need for the next month, and say something along the lines of when their order is going to go out. I see that your order is going to go out on the 25th. Can I help you make any adjustments, or do you feel like there's any adjustments that we need to make? And typically they're going to say, oh, I have a lot of BioCleanse left, or I haven't even got started on a certain product. And so at that point, that's when you're going to go in and teach them how to change their subscription. There's some great little graphics that go in and just can explain how they can add products. And there's videos of that as well too. So you could send them a little video, and you're going to help them pick out a combo that is best for them. Looking at, you know, say if they don't need the BioCleanse and they just want the triplex or the slim and ProBio, and noting that that's not quite 100 PV, And we want them to get to that 100 PV so they can take full advantage of that wholesale account and get money back on their own purchases, but also earn and keep their perk points, because if they fall below that 100 points, they will lose those perk points. And so, and then the other thing too is you are doing the work of helping them with these products, and that's how you get paid, is when they have 100 PV order go through their account at least. And so typically, if maybe somebody is struggling with a little bit of detox and maybe they only want the ProBio and the Slim, you know, one thing I typically would suggest is, hey, maybe what we should do is add on the Ease. I think this is really going to help you, and give them a couple of reasons with your migraines. And I know you're having some detox and diav right now, and that product is so great for that. What do you think about adding that on? Okay. And then, so you can kind of help them with that. And then I typically will add in there that after your next order, after this order goes through next month, we can actually pick out a free product that you get. And so I am excited to help you with that. And then that's kind of your first month of follow-up. You've helped them with their subscription change. And then typically what I'll do is I'll kind of pencil them in. If everything's going well and we're not still troubleshooting, I'll pencil them in a couple of weeks and just touch base and see how they're doing. And then I always like to send a reminder that second month right before their subscription goes out, like a couple days beforehand, just to help them make adjustments, because it's new. And if you need help, then you can do that at that time. One of the things is, if you are new and you're not quite sure what to do, make sure that you grab your sponsor or, you know, somebody in your upline to help you with that. They are going to be more than willing to do that. And I am always happy to hop in and help where I can as well too. I hope that this has been super helpful for you guys. And if there's any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Have a great night.